Welcome, welcome. This is Coach Carrie, and I am so excited to be bringing you through today's Jetti Fitness class. So let's do this. Grab those poles, plant them in their home position. That means they are just a couple of inches in front of your toes and maybe an inch or two out. You're gonna find what is comfortable for you. What we are trying to do is find a medium place between being totally tucked in and overstretched out. You want room to groove with those, to be able to move them around in all directions and find that comfortable home planted position. So once they are there, let's just start to get our feet moving and talk about what is gonna go down today. So yeah, find yourself at just a nice warm up pace. We will have the opportunity to increase our pace in today's workout as we work through some different intervals, challenging that pace a little bit, picking up how fast those feet are walking, changing how we walk, how our feet are greeting that ground, stepping out, getting into some high knee work. All of the fun is ahead. We will also be utilizing these Jetti Poles to help facilitate additional amazing movements that are going to be super fun and super effective. So that is going to bring us into some additional upper body work, accessing our lower body in different ways, and as always, as Jetti Poles do, they are helping to increase what we are doing with our core. So let's talk about our posture. As you walk along here, I'm going to turn to the side so you can get a little bit better picture. We are going to imagine that there is an imaginary string pulling us up, pulling the top of that head to make sure that we are walking tall and strong and proud. We want to make sure that we are not allowing ourselves to slouch and dump into the poles. They are not here to hold us up. They are there to help guide us, to help stabilize us, and to level up what we are doing. So we are using our core, right? We are using our body to hold us up high. And those Jetti Poles are actually going to help facilitate that proper posture. So get yourself in that nice tall walking posture. Make sure that the shoulders are not creeping up into the ears, pulling them down. Good, good. You find that that helps open up your chest, which is going to make those nice big deep breaths that you are taking even easier. Nice open clear airway rather than being hunched down and over. And you are looking awesome. Make sure that you zip up through that abdominal region, right? Like you have a tight but stretchy jacket on. So it is helping to give you that hug, to hold everything, support everything, but still give you room to take those nice, big, beautiful breaths. And of course, make sure that those glutes, they are turned on. They are what power our walk and help protect our low back. So ensure that you are activating those glutes as we continue to walk through today's workouts. Awesome, awesome. All right, let's slow our feet down, bring them to a stop, and we're going to work on opening up our upper body. So I'm going to go into our first movement today, which we call the breaststroke. You're going to go ahead and take the palm of your hand, switch the position to cupping the top, that ball on top of your Jetti Poles, and we are going to work through some nice, big, flowing, gentle circular movements. So go ahead, join me here. You're driving those poles forward, wrapping them around, squeezing your shoulder blades together behind you, and continuing to swim along. We also like to call this the stir the cauldron, right? Like you are stirring two big pots, and just feel how that's helping to just open up that upper back. Like I said, allow yourself to flow into this here. Stay braced through that core. So don't slump down in each time, but allow your body to swim, to reach. Good. Now go ahead and reverse the direction. And if those poles are starting to skip around on the floor, that is okay. You're just going to have to maybe apply a little bit more downward pressure or release a little bit of pressure. It's just finding that right balance. But we are worried about the movement, right? We're worried about what's going on up here. If those skip around a little bit down at the bottom, quite all right. It is not about perfection. It's just about getting our body moving, preparing it for what is ahead. So we've reversed those breaststrokes. Now you are feeling this a little bit differently in the upper body as we've reversed the direction. We're pulling in and sweeping out and around. Your shoulders helping to release any tightness, any tension from the day. could do this forever, but we have a lot more to come. So why don't you join me, bring those poles to a stop, and let's go ahead and get back into our nice, gentle pace. Just starting to, again, get our body moving. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of work opening up those hips. So again, having those poles in their planted position, they're gonna help stabilize you, help balance you, so your body can work on core stabilization, again, helping to keep you lifted, and muscle activation, right? As we start to activate some of these muscles that will be utilized, that are utilized as we walk. So go ahead, plant your left foot, stay nice and straight and tall up that left side, making sure you squeeze that left glute. And we are going to balance on that left side as we slightly pick up our right foot off the ground and swing that out and in. You're gonna go ahead and find where you can best stabilize, where you can best balance yourself here. And we are just going to swing that leg out to the side. Beautiful. Just nice, gentle swings. Careful that your upper body is not tipping with it. We just want this movement to happen right there, gently in that hip. Good, one more on this side. Beautiful, switching sides, planting down with the opposite side, lifting that opposite foot, and going into these gentle leg swings. All right, you feel those muscles start to turn on. Feel yourself stabilizing all up through that planted side. And again, at that core engaged, working those stabilizer muscles to prevent our body from moving all over the place when we're trying to keep that focused movement right there in the hip. One more. Beautiful. All right, open up those poles a little bit more in front of you. Allow yourself a little room for forward and back, and we're going to do the same idea. Stabilize on one foot. Allow that foot to swing forward and gently back. Good. And the same thing applies. We don't want to bend our body and shift it back. We're keeping this movement right here in the hip. Just a few gentle swings forward and back. Good. Two more. Awesome, awesome. Plant that foot back down and repeat on the other side. Forward and back. Feeling all those muscles turn on. Good. Lightly activating your hamstrings, your glutes. Two more, forward and back. Perfect. Plant that foot and then get yourself right back into that nice walking position. Beautiful, beautiful. So we're going to keep our feet at this pace for just a moment and switch to a different carry. I'm going to have you shift your hands down to those center grips and allow yourself to go into our suitcase carry. So you're going to find that they are just horizontal at your sides. They are gently swinging back and forth because that's what our body wants to do. It knows what to do. Those arms actually swing in opposition of the foot. Beautiful. And feel the little bit of instability that's happening because these poles, they are long and they want to shift up and down as we walk, right? So you keep walking and let me show you what's going on. As you do that, we are waking up muscles in our hands for our grip strength, our wrist, our forearm, all to help stabilize that and control it so it is not swinging up and down like crazy, but they are staying pretty level as your arms gently swing forward and back. So I love it when there is a little hidden benefit in the work that we are doing, working those forearms, working that wrist, helping with that oh so important grip strength. All right, if you are ready, go ahead and pick up the pace of your feet. Let's bring ourselves into a nice brisk walk. Good. You find the pace that works for you. There are no rules here. This is your workout. I am here to give you some suggestions. But ultimately, listen to your body and find the pace that works for you. Beautiful, beautiful. A few more moments just walking along at this nice brisk pace. These Jetti poles are about 1 pound each. So lightweight, repetitive movement. I promise you, those shoulders, your core, they are turned on. And while you might not feel it right now, I hope that you get to experience the Jetti effect. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, keep those feet walking. And let's go ahead and take those poles and cross them in front of our body, holding on between the grips right here along the colored part of your pole and wrapping your fingers around it to hold them in place. So we're gonna go into one of our favorite upper body movements, and this is called carry the tray and pass the appies. So yes, we are carrying a tray. Imagine that this is a nice big tray of hors d'oeuvres. It is full. You can imagine it is heavy. And allow those bicep muscles to turn on to help hold that up there. And just this simple isometric hold is activating your body, activating those muscles. You are getting work done even though they are staying in place. But like I said, this is a tray of appetizers. So let's bring it to the party and let's go ahead and let's serve the appies. So we are going to do a press and pull motion. Remember, there are drinks, there is food on these trays. We want to make sure that we don't dump the tray or tip the tray. So keep just pressing out, pulling in, keeping that level. And just work on this nice press and pull. Press and pull. Keep those feet moving. And press and pull. Good, keep going. Press and pull. Press and pull. One more. Press and pull. Beautiful. Go ahead, dump that tray. Let those arms relax down in front of you. Keep those feet moving. You are doing amazing. We're going to go through this movement one more time. I'm going to give you an option if you would like to level it up, where you will pass those appetizers at double speed, right? Twice as many people at the party. You got work to do. You need to get them their food. So go ahead, pick up that tray. Beautiful. Getting that nice isometric hold. Spending a moment here before we move and groove through this movement. Good. All right, I see those guests. They are hungry, they are thirsty. Let's go. Stick with me with the press and pull. Or like I said, if you would like to level this up, go ahead and press, pull. You might have to change the pace of your feet to fall into a in-sync rhythm. Upping the aerobic effect with this faster press-pull action. Keeping that tray level so those biceps, they are staying active, right? And again, if you are pressing and pulling at regular pace, awesome. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, beautiful. Bring those poles back to their home planted position, and let's just walk it out. If you need a water break, this is a great time to catch it. Carefully set those poles down. Be sure that there is no tripping hazards. Grab your water, towel off, whatever you need. And we're just going to spend a moment here walking it out. Think about that posture. Making sure that you are still standing tall, that you are still walking tall. Those shoulders are not coming forward, but they are rolled back. Beautiful. All right, we are going to move into a little bit of additional shoulder activation. So when we bring our Jetti poles outside and we are walking forward, we are moving along, they are walking with us, right? And we get a tiny little lift with every step. So we want to recreate that in this version. Make sure we do not miss out on those beautiful benefits. for this upper body, for those shoulders and the upper back. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna move to the side so you can see. Extend those poles out in front of you. Nice straight arms now, but careful that we are not rolling into it. Straight with good posture. And I want you to lift your right arm and put it down. Lift your left. Put it down. So we're gonna slowly go back and forth. Find a pace that is comfortable for you. Getting nice shoulder activation, raising these poles. Just nice, simple front raises. Not going any higher than your shoulder. Right? We are not bringing this up in front of our face. We are staying shoulder height and below. Just a little lift and down. 5 more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Walk it out, walk it out. Our next set of shoulder raises, we're gonna bring them both up together. So right in sync with each other. They're gonna come up. Again, do not pass shoulder height. Just this nice little activation and carefully placing them back down. So bring them up and down. Beautiful. Find the pace of the movement that works with the pace of your feet. You might not be right in line with me, and that is okay. Good. Just nice shoulder raises, a pause, and placing them back down. You are doing fantastic. Hopefully starting to feel those shoulders. Good, good, good. One more, up and down. Walk it out. In an optional third set here, we are going to take it double time. So we are again going to extend our arms straight out in front of us, keeping our posture tall, our shoulders back and down. And this time we are moving twice as fast if that feels right for you. So third set, let's go. It's up and down and up and down, up and down. Good. Just nice, quick shoulder raises. You might not even have the Jetti Poles hit the ground with every step. You might find that you are more comfortable just creating a nice little pulse as they are out in front of you. Good. This is when you feel it in the shoulders. It is set 3. Whew. And we are pulsing them here. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Put them down. Shake it all out. Gotta love it getting into those shoulders. All right, we're going to switch it up from focusing on our upper body, and we are going to work into a little interval action here. So we're gonna pick up the pace, and we're gonna go into some high knees, opposite of each other. So we're gonna spend 30 seconds walking faster, right? Finding that nice power pace. And then we're gonna spend 30 seconds slowing it down and bringing those knees nice and high as we activate those abs even further. Our pace slows down because our foot is away from the ground for a longer period of time, but we are still doing the work. So are you ready? Let's do this. 30 seconds is coming up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, fast feet, fast feet. Good. You find that fast pace that works for you. Good, good. You might feel how your feet hardly leave the ground because they get back in contact so quickly when we walk faster. Awesome, awesome. Fast feet. We are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Create a little bit of space if you need it by opening up those poles and go right into those high knees. Bring that knee to hip height or wherever is comfortable for you, wherever your range of movement brings you. Think about that nice tall posture and feel your abdominals, right? Feel them. Grab on to help lift that knee. Working our hip flexors, our abdominals. Just working our balance. These are like standing crunches, which is fantastic. Any way to do a crunch without actually doing a crunch, right? All right, switch it back. We are back. Fast feet, fast feet. You find the fast pace that works for you. Good, good, good. This is your cruising pace. Beautiful, beautiful. Keep going, keep going. Get that heart rate up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slow it down, high knees. Crunching them up. Oh, I'm feeling it, I'm feeling it. Are you? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time, back to those fast feet, fast feet. Working through this interval, letting that heart rate get up. How fast can you go? Remember, your fast pace is one that you cannot do for very long. It is that powerful push. So you're going to dig deep and give it your all. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Final time, high knees. Good. Slowing that pace down, focusing on the movement. Very good. Driving them high. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk it out. Let's have a little fun with how we step. All right, step it wide and back. Feel a little bit dancey. Maybe you want to shake and groove through it a little bit. But coming down from those intervals, just have a little fun. What we have coming up next is going to help us access the muscles of our lower body. You'll find how the Jetti Poles will help you elevate those movements further, allow you to get into positions that might have been uncomfortable, that might have challenged your balance a little too much, where this way we can start to help you work on that balance and truly activate the muscles that we are targeting with these movements. So whether it is opening up the opportunity to do some of these movements or allowing you to take them further, you're gonna love what the Jetti Poles do for you. A few more moments, just having some fun, changing up our walking style. One final shimmy if you are dancing it through. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gotta have some fun with it. All right, the first movement that we are going to do, we like to call the PTAs, the public toilet avoiders. I know, that sounds a little silly, but guess what? This is what it is all about. In everyday life, we squat, right? And where do we squat? We squat to chairs and to toilets. And we are never as careful with our movement as we are when it is at those public restrooms. So let's do it. Let's be nice and careful as we lower ourselves down. So intentional to make sure that we are moving our body right. These poles, they're gonna help you stay nice and upright, because with our squat, we do not fold into it. We keep our chest up, so allow the poles to help you keep your chest lifted. And then we are thinking about that low toilet, a low stool right behind us, sinking your hips down and back. And then squeezing those glutes to have you come up. You can apply a little bit of downward pressure into those poles to help you, but try to keep that push in those legs, in those glutes. Just let the Jetti Poles be there for when you need them. Good, carefully sinking down, just getting to that public toilet and coming right back up. Careful not to drive your hips forward. We just come right up to that neutral position. Good, dropping it down and up. Nice, slow PTAs. A few more here. Very good. Watching that when we do this, our knees are not coming forward of our laces. Right, our hips are going back and down. Lead with those hips first versus leading with the knees. What's gonna happen if we squat like this? We're gonna miss that toilet. We're gonna hit that kind of awkward, weird spot, that weird cutout that's on the front of public toilets. We don't want that, right? We sit that booty down and back. One more. All right, walk it out, walk it out. Shake out those legs a little bit if you need it. Whew. Squats. That's why we changed the name. We don't want to talk about squats. Good, walking it out, walking it out. Getting ready for one more set. Stay forward with you this time, so you can see the positioning from this direction. So again, sink those hips back and drive it up, ensuring that we are not folding forward. We are keeping that chest forward, right? I can see you, you can see me this whole time. Watching at those knees. I'm gonna open up my poles for a second so you can see my knees. Make sure that your knees are staying steady, that they are not wavering to help you get back up, right? Stay strong for those legs. Utilize the poles where you need them to help move that along, to help make this accessible. Find that maybe you can get a little bit deeper than you have before because you have this extra assistance. Give me one more, ready? We're gonna feel those ones tomorrow. Walk it out, walk it out. Gotta love getting into our legs. They are moving the whole time, but when we can change it up a little bit, we can access those muscles, get into them a little bit deeper. It's gonna make us stronger, help us perform better, even on our daily walks. And it's truly allowing us to level up our walking-based workout by doing so. Good, keep walking. Beautiful, beautiful. We're going to finish out with both lower body movement, as well as the opportunity to amp it up to make it a little bit more aerobic if you would like to. And this is one of my favorite ones to finish with, and this is going to be our Jetti jacks. So a traditional jumping jack, right? Jumping out and in, out and in. You have the option. If jumping is not for you, that is quite all right. You can step it out, right? Step out. Or out, out, in. Add a little bit of a bounce to it, right? Get a little bit of that additional aerobic benefit without even jumping. Or if you would like to jump it out, then we are gonna do so. Are you ready? If you have not yet started, let's do it. Let's jack it out, our Jetti jacks. Good. You have the option again, if you want to amp this up, go ahead, grab those poles on their center grips, and you can open them up with each jump. Or even bring it up overhead. So find the level that works for you. We are here for 10 more seconds. Come on, stick with me. A final push at the end, whether you are jumping, whether you are stepping it out, you are getting your Jetti jack on and finishing strong. Good, good. Whew. All right, slow that back down. Beautiful, beautiful work today. Take some nice deep breaths. Come back down from that elevated heart rate. Breathe it in through the nose. Fill up those lungs. Exhale it out through the mouth. Bring yourself back into those breaststrokes again. Either slowing your feet down or coming to a stop. Allow yourself to stretch it out after the work that we did today. Flow on through. Again, taking those nice deep breaths, lining them up with these flows. You have made it through. I hope you enjoyed today's 30-minute indoor class. This was an all levels class, so you could find what works for you. The opportunities to keep it at your comfortable pace and the opportunities to truly accelerate it and amp it up. This has been Coach Carrie. Thank you so much for walking with me today, and I cannot wait for our next chance to walk together again.